So for all the problems that we've seen up to this point, the questions made it very explicitly clear which reactant was limiting and which one was in excess. For this question, we're just being told that we have 50 grams of zinc and that we have 50 milliliters of a 2.5 mole per liter solution of silver nitrate. Calculate the mass of silver formed. So my first step is still the same thing. I need to figure out that balanced reaction equation. This is a single replacement reaction. I'm placing solid zinc into a silver nitrate solution. Single replacement, we're going to end up with silver solid as one of our products. So that's what I want to know. I want to know the mass of this. But how do we know which of these values to use in our calculation? We only ever use the values for the limiting reactant. Never, ever, ever for the one that's in excess. So my first step is to figure out what amount of each of these I have to begin with and convert those to moles. So my initial amount of zinc, if I convert this to moles, I'm going to get a value of 0.764. Now I'm going to do the same thing for my silver nitrate. I'm going to find the initial moles of silver nitrate. So I take the concentration, multiply it by the volume to cancel out liters, and I get an amount of 0.125. So this is my initial amount of the silver nitrate. This is my initial amount of my solid zinc. To compare these two, what we need to do is divide each of them by the coefficient in front in the equation. So solid zinc has a coefficient of 1. Silver nitrate has a coefficient of 2 if we look at our original equation here. So this is a 1, this is a 2. So 0.764 divided by 1 gives me 0.764. 0.125 moles of silver nitrate divided by 2 gives me 0.0625 moles. If I compare these values, which one's larger and which one's smaller will tell me my limiting and excess. This is smaller, so it's my limiting reactant. This is larger, so it's my excess reactant. We have less silver, so it's limiting. I never, ever, ever want to look at the information for my excess again. Okay? This value, I also don't need to use anymore. I'm going to go back to the original question, and I'm going to label the silver nitrate as my limiting reactant, and I'm going to label zinc as my excess, and I'm only going to record the given information for my limiting. So my volume is 0.050 liters, and my concentration is 2.5 moles per liter. My information that I'm looking for is what's the mass of silver. I know the molar mass of silver is 107.87 grams per 1 mole. So I'm going to start with my known concentration. I'm looking for grams of Ag. So 2.5 moles of AgNO3 per liter of NO3. I want to cancel out liters. I have a volume, so I can do that. I have 0.050 liters of AgNO3. Write that over 1, so I can cancel out the liters. Now I have to cancel out moles of AgNO3 to convert to moles of silver. So this step is where we use our mole ratio. So I want moles of AgNO3 to be in the bottom, and I want moles of solid silver on the top. So it's going to be 2 over 2. Moles of AgNO3 cancel. Now I have moles of silver. I want mass of silver, so I have to cancel out moles. So I'm going to write 1 mole of Ag on the bottom. This is 107.87 grams of Ag. Moles of Ag cancel, and we're left with grams of Ag as our unit. So when we type this all into the calculator and multiply it out, I get an answer of around 13.48 ... sig digs. We're going to want 3. So we'll round this to 13.5.